Good evening, everyone. It is the 15th of September. It is the BloomCast episode number 24. We are one episode away from our 25th episode. I can actually call that our anniversary episode. I actually have to think about what to do on our 25th episode. We got to have a pretty good giveaway or something. We haven't figured that out yet. But anyway, it is a Tuesday night. We are still in some kind of lockdown. I don't really know exactly what type of quarantine we're in right now, but I haven't left my house in a while, so I guess it's all the same. We've got a pretty cool show for you guys today. Lots of weird news and some local crypto news that is going to be a little strange. So my name is Luis. I'm one of the founders of Bloom Solutions. Let me introduce our panelists today. With me is Ramon Tayag, CTO of Bloom Solutions. Justin David, COO of Bloom Solutions. Frequent guest and coming to us live from Lithuania, I believe, Mark Vernon, CEO of Tag Cash and Tag Bond. Coming to us live from Peri Peri and UP Town Center, Coach Eman. Thank you for joining us. And joining us again, Tracy Lee from Block Devs Asia. Thank you for joining us again, Tracy. So how's it been going, guys? I notice everyone is on mute, by the way. Anything interesting happening to you guys in the last week since our last episode? Mark, I know that you got on another plane to Lithuania this time. How's that? What's that like?
It's the shock. I haven't been in cold for a long time, so I get here and it's like 18 degrees, which is really, for me, it's low. And then at nighttime it gets down to 10 degrees, so I had to buy a coat and everything. It's cold, but everything for a good cause, for Filipinos sending money back from Europe. That's why I'm here. What
does Lithuania actually look like?
Very nice, old style, but modern, clean. Very efficient, good bus system, good everything. Funny language, but everyone under 30 speaks English. Everyone over 30 speaks Russian and Lithuanian. Everyone speaks Lithuanian, which is a crazy. I couldn't even understand anything.
What does that even sound like? Does that sound like Russian? What does that...
No, it's not even related to Russian.
Oh, it's not. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay.
So
all right.
Anyway, but it's a center of fintech and banking in Europe. It's a really good center here.
Wow. So. I didn't know that. Okay.
No, it's where you get your EMI license, where Revolut's based. 55 EMI licenses are here. It's a center. It's the second one after London. This is the next one.
Nice. Okay. Let's say hi to some of the people in the chat. We've got some first-timers. Grant and Daya, hello. First time here. Okay, let's hope you win the raffle then, because we've got a lot of repeat winners. Welcome also to Jang, Rome, Siegfried, Mark Agustin, Renalyn. Oh, Renalyn is watching us on YouTube. So guys, if you are having any kind of video quality issues, like if you're watching the Facebook live stream and it's choppy or the quality is not so good, you can actually also check out the YouTube version of the stream. Sometimes it's a little better. So that's bit.ly/BloomTV2. And that's how you get to the YouTube channel. So just in case. But, at the moment, it seems like people are watching us mostly on Facebook because that's the link that everyone usually uses. Tracy, how have things been going with you guys since we saw you last week? I know that you had your first Block Devs Asia meetup. How did that go?
Yes, it was actually a success. We talked about a lot of things, including Polkadot, different projects, including most of it Polkadot and the 51% attack that happened in Ethereum Classic. So it's a very technical discussion.
One. Okay.
Yes. Oh. Very technical discussion. And then, it was successful. We're happy about it. So
cool.
Thank you.
Are you guys going to be doing it weekly?
Regularly. Fourth weekly, every other week.
Every other week. Okay, cool.
Yes.
All right, Sige, what do you think do you plan the discussion, or is it more parang freestyle na conversation?
It was pretty freestyle, wasn't it?
Freestyle, but we have an outline of topics that we wanted to discuss, and from there we just whatever whatever goes in the
Okay.
discussion.
Okay. I know that
As
Mark
long
was
as it's technical.
I know that Mark had a lot of questions
Yes.
for some of the other block devs. Is that
It-
what was going on there?
There was a bit more tech knowledge, so I can be a bit more free with
Yeah.
what I want to talk about and without giving anyone nosebleed. So
Okay, okay.
that's good.
All right.
It was fun.
Well, I mean, I think that the BloomCast is okay for the occasional nosebleed, but let's not overdo it because we can talk about things that don't involve nosebleeds also.
Exactly.
Coach Eman, you are joining us from dinner, I guess. What's your week been like, bro? Like, are you trading at all, or are you just staying away from the market, muna?
Yeah, staying away from the market muna kasi this past few days we can also see the buyers are getting rejected after they had this couple of highs, especially with altcoins. Kaya from there, I decided na since we're still on a bull market, and then it seems that a lot of the markets are still having their time to have a swing high. So with that, nakita natin na they're not giving that much risk to reward ratio when it comes to bull market. Kaya with that, siguro hintayin muna natin yung month na to end. Kasi I'm also going to discuss that later. So start ka na ba?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah. I mean, you're actually the first segment here, so I have your chart up here if you want to explain what's going on.
So last week, ito din yung same chart na pinakita natin during BloomCast. So we're expecting a price swing high in price for this week. So pero if we're going to look at it on a monthly time frame, hindi pa talaga siya tapos, especially for the sellers. So that's why a lot of the bullish pattern are failing. If you are also, especially with the viewers, if you are trading altcoins these past few days, you will also notice that they are having a hard time breaking those highs. But of course, there are also some outliers like let's say Wi-Fi. So Wi-Fi. So I say it's an outlier. So congratulations for those who made it. Pero personally, I'm also still looking on the majority or general perspective of the market, because if we are going to trade on the bull market, we want to make sure it's going to give us unlimited return. Pero if those viewers are have decided na hindi, magti-trade pa rin ako, okay lang, just manage your risk. Pero expect for this month you will have a hard time trading altcoins versus if we're going to compare on the last month's trade. Sobrang daming magagandang trade last month compared to this month. So in my side, sideline muna ako, mag-dinner muna ako outside. I'll take this time para mag-relax muna, and then bakbakan ulit on, ano ba ngayon? Bear month? September. Siguro probably October. Yeah.
Wow, that is a long time to just be having dinner every night, man. Like,
wala eh. Yung trading days, hindi ako makapag-gear na maayos eh.
Wow. So I'm just looking at the Wi-Fi chart right now. So we're at $39,000. That's pretty high, man. Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty
Was there
high.
any other significant winners over the last week?
Significant winners, ang tumatak lang sa akin so far is Wi-Fi. Kasi especially as a retailer, if you're trading as a retailer, you should also be looking at the float on what the currency is giving to the market. Kasi if those people who are new in crypto, they're trading mega large float, the odds for your returns will be very low. Kasi, for example, let's say for the price, currently market cap ngayon ni sino ba ngayon? Let's say, for example, XRP. For the price to get another 100%, let's say 100 million siya, it needs another 100 million to get another 100%. So that's also another factor that you should also look for when trading odds. But with BTC, nandiyan na yan eh. Solid na yung market cap niya. And then, I also recommend to use coin market cap. So, check nyo mabuti yung BTC dominance, because if you see a decrease in market dominance with BTC or BTC dominance, more likely some of the funds or some of the money or the market cap is being traded with alts. So you also notice that's why BTC medyo mabagal lang yung galaw niya. But if it's going to go back, just like the good old days, parang tagal na, no? Ilang buwan, siguro mga June, the BTC dominance was around 60.1%, which is really big na, yung 4% na yun. Kasi ngayon, mas around 56 point something lang tayo. So, sobrang laking impact if nabawasan ng market cap yung BTC and then napunta siya sa alt. So, those are the things that we have to consider right now.
Aldrin Rabino in the chat is reminding us that BNB was a big 35%. Winner. 35% jump last week. We're actually going to talk about that a little bit at the towards the second half of the show, because I think that price jump was specifically because of one DeFi project, no? I believe so. So that was really unexpected. Like Bloom keeps a small amount of BNB because it allows us to get discounts when we trade on Binance. So this is the first time that I looked at it as an actual, like it felt like a real investment. Normally we just use it to pay trading fees. So that was very interesting.
That's why I'm super bullish mega bullish with BNB during this bull market. Kasi aside from its fundamentals, ano talaga sila talagang platform monster. So magandang good fundamentals.
To do with their diba? They're opening the new product last week. The the DeFi product that they opened last week. That's almost exactly the reason why this went up. Because you have to earn in BNB coin with that platform. So genius idea again with CZ is just gonna maximum is gonna however much X this completely.
In the chat, Bri Ledesma is asking Coach, do you think the upcoming hard fork for Bitcoin Cash will have an effect on its price? There's another fork on what? Why did they keep hard forking this?
Pasa ko dyan. Mark Vernon, it's your turn.
Does anyone have an opinion?
I'm all for it if it's going to split and still give you more.
I don't know if it's still going to give you I don't think they're going to airdrop it, Justin. I don't know, man.
Wait. That would mean you still have Bitcoin Cash, right?
I'm just saving some for
sentimental Bitcoin Cash. What the?
I do. I have still a few.
Okay. Wow, that's amazing. All right.
Are you going to write it down to zero?
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't know, until it's completely dead, right? Got it for free. So what do?
Wow. I am very surprised that Bitcoin Cash continues to be part of the conversation. But hey,
shit, man. It's got Grayscale Trust has got a whole investment in the stock market for Bitcoin Cash, right? So
I didn't know that. I did not know that. Okay.
They've got three. They've got Bitcoin Trust, they've got Litecoin Trust, and they've got Bitcoin Cash Trust. So,
there are more. Like there's Ethereum and XRP, I think, but really,
in
like the rest are super small. Yeah.
Great. Okay.
Yeah.
All the Bitcoin forks are very confusing for me. I mean, I took advantage when they first came out.
Yeah.
Then you lost track of how many forks are coming out. But you got Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin SV.
That was
yes, from Cash.
See, I'm confused.
Yes, correct. I don't know exactly. I couldn't tell you much about it, but
if I'm confused, but if I'm confused, what's the main market?
I have no idea.
They're confused as hell.
Okay.
Stick to Bitcoin.
All right, there you go. You heard it from Mark Vernon, Bri Ledesma. His advice is to stick with Bitcoin. I mean, I feel like that's pretty reasonable advice. Like, regardless of what your question was, I think that's pretty reasonable advice. Okay. So last week, one of our frequent viewers, the Mots O, reached out to me on Twitter. He was asking me if I had heard of this new Filipino crypto called Siancoin, and I actually had no idea what that was. So he explained to me that it is the new cryptocurrency of this guy named Xian Gaza. Tracy, I don't mean to put you on the spot, but like, you were telling me that. So tell me what you know about Xian Gaza for the benefit of, I guess Mark Vernon doesn't know who Xian Gaza is.
How do you spell it?
XIA.
Oh, that's why I couldn't find it. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like the evil genius of Philippines.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah.
Genius is pushing it.
Tell me. Oh, yeah. Genius is very generous. Tracy, what do you know about Xian Gaza?
Xian Gaza is the one who asked Erich Gonzalez for a date.
Okay.
You know,
Now I remember that one.
kilala ba ni Mark si Erich? Kilala ba ni Mark?
Well, I'm trying to.
Erich is an actress.
Okay.
Filipina actress.
Okay. Do we know if she ever went out with him?
I am not sure, actually.
I feel like
I am not
the odds
sure.
are pretty low, no? That
only
actually happened.
only if she got some Siancoin.
Yeah. Well, that was a while back. If I'm not mistaken, that was a year ago, no? When he did that stunt. Like, it feels like it was like 2019. So in the chat, Arshalin is saying Xian Gaza is the pambansang scammer, the national scammer of the Philippines.
Yeah, that's correct. Actually,
there you go.
we can compare him to Frank Abagnale. He's like the Frank Abagnale of Philippines.
So Frank Abagnale is the character from Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah.
Really?
Super
He was
scammer.
good. He was good at it, right?
He's really good. He's really good.
But Xian,
I don't know, man. Like, are you comparing Xian Gaza to Leonardo DiCaprio, though? Like that?
No. I'm just comparing him to Frank Abagnale.
Okay.
Pero sobrang ano nga lang. Sobrang
Okay.
sablay nga lang.
Okay. So Arshalin is telling us that Erich declined the gift and the invitation. Good for her, is all I can say. Okay. So I
What
mean,
are the scams that Xian Gaza did?
yeah. So that's what we're gonna talk about now, right? We're gonna talk about what he's up to. And because I didn't know anything about it, and Mots gave me a link that I needed to watch, so I dutifully sat down and watched the entire explanation of what this thing was. I like, this is like 30 minutes of my life that I will never get back. But because I don't want you guys to waste all of that time, I'm just going to play just one, like a 2-minute segment of his whole explainer about his Siancoin. And that's all I'm gonna do. We're not gonna we're gonna discuss it, but we're only gonna do like maybe 2 minutes. Okay, so that's the max.
Gets namin because of the demand. Paano mo ma-maintain pagtaas yan? Yung mga Bitcoin na, yung mga Ethereum na yan, yung mga Ripple na yan, XRP, right? At iba pang mga cryptocurrency. Pag bumili ka nga minsan ng ganito sa halagang ganitong halaga, biglang babaksak, lugi pa tuloy.
Mark, don't worry, I'll translate this.
Paano natin maiwasan yung ganung volatility na putik? Malugi kami sa investment na pinasok namin sa pinambili namin na biglang binila namin ng 50 pesos. Tapos putik, next month 20 na lang, talo pa kami ngayon. So paano mo ma-assure sa amin yan siyan? That's the thing. Hindi ko siya ipapasok sa open market. I will create my own closed market. I will create my own demand.
Okay, wait. So I'm just going to pause it right there. So this part of the video is him explaining how Siancoin is going to go up in value. Okay? And here he is saying that he is not going to offer it on the open market. It's going to be a completely closed market, a completely closed ecosystem. That's what he's saying here.
He's got something. He's already saying he's going up in value. He's like, the SEC is going to jump on this.
Yeah. So let's keep watching.
Market. Okay, and this supply is controlled by me. Hindi ako aasa sa open market na demand supply sabay baksak. And the thing here is, dahil control ko yung supply ng Siancoin, may monopolyo ako sa supply. Walang mining kagaya ng Bitcoin.
Okay, so because he controls the supply of Siancoin 100%, it is a monopoly. There's no mining, there's no pre-mining. He has all of it. So he can basically set the price that he wants. And that is how he will make the price of Siancoin go up. Let's see if he says anything else.
If meron akong monopoly sa supply, automatic, control ko ang presyo. Why? Ang demand, pabago-bago yan. Tama. Pwedeng malakas ngayon, mahina bukas. Malakas ngayon, mahina bukas. Depende yan. Pero ito malupit doon. Kahit anong bagay pa yan. Kahit bigas pa yan, kahit crudo pa yan, kahit anong bagay sa mundo. Kapag itong bagay na ito, meron kang monopolyo ng supply, automatic controlled mo ang presyo.
Okay, so it's just repeating what I just said earlier. Basically, he's saying no matter what this thing is, if you control the supply in a monopolistic way, then you can control the price 100%.
So what is the point?
Anong demand pa yan? So automatic, assured 101% na yung presyo ng Siancoin is the moment tumatagal lang siya, automatic pataas lang siya ng pataas because I am controlling the supply monopoly.
Okay. I think you get the idea. So he's basically
even if he wasn't speaking English, I don't need to know. He automatically sounds untrustworthy. So
Okay. All right. So let's break that down a little bit now, because honestly, I mean, I agree with you, Mark. Obviously, I think most of us agree with you. I don't think there's any question that it sounds shady as shit, right?
But the whole idea is to make it decentralized, and he's saying, well, we're going to centralize. He's going to control it.
Going backwards. Yeah. True. Exactly. Have you seen this, Coach? Have you seen his Have you seen that video of his?
Hindi pa eh, pero I know him, so just for the sake to make a lot of money. He has a lot of ways.
You know him, and is he as much an idiot as he sounds like? Or is there a smart brain there somewhere?
I don't know, man. So the main message of his 25-minute video was that there's no way but up with Siancoin. And if you go to the website that he links you to, you can actually buy Siancoin directly from them. I guess they're the only place that you can buy it from. It's some kind of ERC20 token. Naturally, I actually did double check everything that he said. It does look like he did actually sell about 500,000 Siancoins in the last couple of weeks.
For how much?
So this is the post here. So he's basically made 28 million pesos in the last 3 weeks from,
oh my God, there's a lot of
from this project of his, right?
But wait, doesn't he accepts Gcash, right? So how can we be certain that this wasn't just him sending to himself?
Yeah.
I don't know. You're correct.
Okay.
You're correct. We don't know. We can't actually verify if he is not just like making his money go around. You're right. I should qualify that statement. So he is claiming that he has sold 28 million pesos worth of Siancoin over the last 3 weeks. What do you think, Coach? Do you think this is worth doing a technical analysis on, or?
Well, pero when it comes to pwede, risk to reward, same thing. Only invest with Xian what you're willing to lose if you're curious. But based on the fundamentals, his background, we know him. So for those na tingin na it's a good investment, good luck.
Okay, fair enough. In the chat, Charm Hernandez is asking, is that for real? Unfortunately, yes, it is. It is unfortunately real. One more thing that I wanted to share with you guys. This is the reason why I thought this was going to be a good topic to talk about today. So, okay, I'm just going to read this it's mostly in English. Let me just read it. So this is one of his posts in Facebook. He's saying, I just want to inform the public that I am a convicted criminal, 11 counts with 5.5 years of imprisonment. I was given a guilty verdict by the trial court in Malabon. At the moment, I have an outstanding personal debt amounting to 27 million pesos. And my care fund, which is the website that he was sending his buyers to, has been part of an advisory from the SEC and has been identified as an investment scam as of September 3rd. none of my companies are legal. And my Siancoin is also not legal. So, okay. So that's his post on his personal page.
Wow.
Everyone saw that. Yeah. And then I'm going to read one of the comments in that same thread. Okay. And I'm gonna read it in English, but it's mostly in Taglish. I don't care about his past or whatever scams he did before. What I like about Xian Gaza is that he has guts. Why? Because not all criminals like him have the guts to change themselves. Not all have the guts to take risks. I think that feels like that's literally what being a criminal is. But anyway, that is why I have allowed him to scam me, and I have bought 500 Siancoin XNC. For me, he's destined for greatness in the black market and in the underworld. And a white-collar criminal like him with guts is worth it to take the risk. So,
yeah, I'm so as far as I'm concerned, that's him typing that.
Yeah,
through.
that's what it looks like. It's like the typical scam, you know, where you get your sponsors or the people that recommend you. But it's all the marketing department or himself.
So okay, thoughts, guys. Like I know that so I was trying to share the video in our Bloom Slack earlier today to give Ramon and Justin a heads up about what we were going to discuss, but Justin didn't even want to watch it. So tell us your thoughts, guys. I think people already know what I think. So yeah.
Don't invest. Don't put your money in stupid. Unless you want to throw your money away and help another criminal, fine. Don't do it.
Mon, Justin, what do you,
I don't think this deserves a real answer.
Has anybody else? Has anybody in the comments seen this guy do any other kind of? Seems like a marketing stunt. This whole thing is a massive marketing stunt. If he gets arrested by the SEC, he's all over the front news. He would have won. That's what he wants. Has he done anything else? Does anybody know if he's asked the general public to apart from the massive billboard on EDSA?
Yeah.
Has he done anything else that's kind of really outlandish and really designed?
Yeah, maybe he's just building up to it.
This is the only one.
Maybe this is just building up to something bigger. Who knows?
Right.
Oh my God! Wow. In that case, he is a genius.
So I said, does anyone actually know the guy? Has he got some secret plan, or I don't know?
Yeah. I was hoping that
anything else, it's entertainment value. As long as you look at it purely as entertainment, not as investment.
Yeah.
Oh.
Tracy, any thoughts on this?
Speechless, but don't waste your time. It reminded me of Kalata somehow.
Yeah. And who is the other guy right at the beginning?
Good reference.
Who's the other guy?
Yeah.
Crops.
CropCoin.
Joseph.
That is Kalata. That is Joseph Kalata.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's a great
Kalata
reference,
is
Tracy.
A little smarter than him.
I don't know if he's smarter. He wears scarves in the Philippines.
He's a little bit more refined.
I don't think he's that smart.
Yeah, he's a little bit more fine than him.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Okay.
Next.
So
Change the subject.
about 3 years ago, that Kalata coin was kind of our example of a very high-profile kind of investment scheme or scam, I should say. So yeah. Anyway, So I guess
he was never prosecuted. So it looks like in the Philippines you can do what you want.
Well,
he's not here, right?
His attempts to relist or whatever his so first from his stock, right? That was taken down, and then everything else that he tried to do in terms of launching that ICO was taken down. So
but
I don't think it was actually proven.
If he did that in the States, then he'd be arrested and put in jail already.
Yeah.
Just that,
right.
Yeah. So it just allows this thing. There's no, it's almost like you think I can do this now, and I won't get jailed. So it creates other people think they can do it, and then unfortunately some people get scammed.
I think the rumor is that he got off lucky by just not, he would have been better off getting thrown in jail. Let's just say that.
Really? Oh wow.
Yeah, that's why he's not in the country.
Oh, he's not. Okay, well maybe that's
there's a lot of people who are who are after him.
After
let's
him.
just say.
Yeah. So,
Well, arguably he'd be easier to get in jail.
Oh, that's true.
were
as
you?
well.
Sorry, Justin. Were you talking about Joseph Calata or
Yeah.
Yeah, Joseph Calata.
Okay,
Or
okay,
this
all right,
guy.
yeah. But this guy Xian Gaza is also not in the Philippines.
He's
I
not.
think if he
Oh.
re-enters the country, he will
get
get arrested. He's a felon, so
Oh, right. I
he
didn't
will.
know that.
Oh,
He
okay.
will. So he is not here
Wow.
Where is
in the
he?
country.
Where is he then? If he wants to be so honest,
Lithuania. I don't know. I don't know.
not here. There's no criminals here.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't actually know. I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go that deep into the research, but he's definitely not here. John Marie in the chat is saying he believes he's in
Yeah.
China. Okay, all right.
Alright.
Okay, all right. Well, in any case, okay, guys. There was one question in the chat. Like, so I assume he's just joking. Brian Ledesma is saying, "I'd like to buy some Siancoin through Bloom." So I'll tell you right now, we are not going to carry Siancoin. As a general policy, we don't carry scams. Just like that feels like a pretty, reasonable thing for us to do. I'll also go out on a limb here. I mean, obviously, I don't speak for everyone on the show, but like I would like to think that we are in agreement that we would get really annoyed and disappointed with anyone in watching the show right now who does make an investment in Siancoin. We would be very disappointed in you guys. Please don't do it. Even for the lulz, it's not worth it because you are adding to you're adding to the money that this guy is just gonna run off with, right? And that is just not cool. It's not cool. So please don't do it, guys. And that's
Buy
it.
some Bitcoin. Buy some Bitcoin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
You want to give your money away. There's plenty of good causes out there.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Give it there.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
That is totally correct. Speaking of someone who didn't run off with people's money, so quick update on what happened with SushiSwap from last week. No, so last week we were talking about how the anonymous founder of SushiSwap, Chef Nomi, he ran off with 38,000 Ethereum, about $13 million, right? So he came back just a few days ago. He returned the entire amount to the SushiSwap treasury.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And he tweeted this to everyone: "I fucked up. I am sorry. I will continue to participate in the discussion and technical implementation of SushiSwap in the background, but I will not have any control, will not take any spotlight, will not be part of the governance. I have returned all the $14 million worth of ETH back to the treasury. I will let the community decide how much I deserve as the original creator of SushiSwap." So it's basically putting himself at the mercy of the community, right? Which is
That's cool.
interesting.
It's funny, right? Because last week we were saying how centralized a certain token or project can be because the founder or creator can do something and it can move the price. But we didn't consider the other side there, where if the founder does have a conscience, the crowd, the community can influence them to make the reverse decision, right? So it's funny how, holy crap, that could happen. Like,
So it's like it's not an exit scam technically because their money was returned. It's like a re-entry scam or something. Because like when we were talking about the sushi price back last week, it was $10. It dropped all the way to $1. Now it's about $2.30. $2.50, I think.
What price did he exit at?
Well, I guess it was $10. I don't know actually. I'm not sure, but it was pretty high.
You might have just shorted his stock and then bought it back in when it was cheaper.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you wouldn't be able to know. You wouldn't be able to know because all of the trading on DEX is pretty much anonymous. So you can.
My goodness.
It is very possible. Yeah. I saw a comment here about sushi. I think the sushi thing is one of the best. Even the founder of Binance doesn't know the founder of sushi. Yeah, that's true. No one knows who the founder of sushi is. But I think that it doesn't matter anymore because Chef Nomi doesn't have any control over SushiSwap anymore. He gave it all to someone else. the CEO of a company called Alameda Research. So he no longer has control. In fact, if he wants to make contributions to the code of SushiSwap, he actually has to go through the formal process of, the open source community, which is quite interesting. So I don't know what's going to happen next here. But I thought it was such a weird little story that I actually made a painting about it on the weekend. So this is the painting I made. It's called To Everyone I Fucked Up and I Am Sorry. I put this out on the NFT. There's this NFT art marketplace called Rareable.com. So the reason why there's 38 sushis in front of him is because he returned 38,000 Ether. Just to commemorate this event, this fucking ridiculous incident, I just wanted to share that with the world. I actually got a couple of people buying the art, so that was kind of funny. Anyway, so that's what's happening with sushi. I'm still not sure if it's a buy or not. Mark, I know that you gave a look at the whole DeFi space recently. Have you changed your mind about it at all? Or
no, I'm getting into DeFi. It's just I'm not getting into the tokens. It's just too volatile. I'll just stick with my Bitcoin and stuff. But in terms of investing, that part of it, I like that part of it. But in terms of the tokens that go along with it, it can go up 30% and come down 30%. It's just too volatile for me.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, we're actually moving pretty quickly today. Speaking of swaps. So this is the Coach Eman's not on the call anymore, but this is the reason why the BNB token went up so high over the last few days. No, so there's a new swap in town, guys, and it's called BurgerSwap. I think the trick really is just like pick a good food name, and burgers, depending on what type of person you are, burgers are tastier than sushi. And it certainly seems like BurgerSwap is doing pretty well. In less than a day, it had $400 million worth of BNB in its liquidity pool.
What do you reckon, Tracy? Should we do an Adobo swap?
We haven't even spoken about Binance Smart Chain, right?
Yeah, we haven't even talked about it. The
Smart Chain is the DEX.
That's the one of last week, right? Yeah.
Binance Smart Chain is a fork of Ethereum, if I'm not mistaken, which is probably why they were able to, kind of launch something
everything.
so quick. The difference with BurgerSwap versus kind of the Ethereum version of this stuff is that you need to use BNB if you're going to participate in this pool. So everyone had to buy BNB in order to become, one of the liquidity providers. And that caused the price of BNB to go up like 30-35% last week.
BurgerSwap is only available here, right? On Binance. Is that right?
How do you mean? It's
as an exchange, right? Okay. If I'm buying it off an exchange, a centralized exchange, Binance is only the only place where you can get it.
Oh, you mean the burger token? You mean?
Yeah, the burger token.
I'm not even sure. I think you could buy it on BurgerSwap itself, because since BurgerSwap itself is the exchange, I guess that you would be able to trade the token there.
But I guess suffice to say that the majority of it is in Binance right now because of.
Oh yeah. I mean, this is for Binance fans, but it says a lot about how big a customer base that Binance has. That you launch something like this, and overnight you've got $400 million worth of funds being
So what happens? I wonder, right? If let's say this is discovered to be a massive scam again or a Ponzi, and Binance, with their reputation on stake, is compelled to or pressured by some regulator to take this off your exchange because we know now that it's a Ponzi, and you've got all this token locked up, right? But you can't liquidate anymore because it's being shut off by.
Yeah.
So it's gonna stay where it is, right? Like how is you can't even sell it because the only one place where you could get liquidity to sell it is not allowing you to do it anymore. Like what is Binance compelled to do then? Give people's money back, or
So there's Binance Chain and Binance Smart Chain. So you create your tokens on Binance Chain, and then you trade them on the Binance Smart Chain. Is that right? And then so
there's a Binance chain.
There's a Binance Chain and a Binance Smart Chain, two different things. So you create your token on one, like you create it on Ethereum. So if it's a copy of that, then it works similar way, like you do on Tron or whatever. But you're saying that they have some kind of centralized control to stop you trading your own token on BSC.
Well, because it's there, right?
I don't know if
don't they have that?
I don't think so, because I don't think BurgerSwap token can even be traded on the main Binance.com website. I think the only place that you could ever trade it is just the decentralized exchanges.
Okay.
So maybe they could hide behind the fact that, we don't really have direct control over this or something. But yeah, I take your point that there is a reputational hazard, right? Because it's still got your brand name on it. I mean, these are the Binance colors. So
you could say, I can create my scam coin on Binance, and Binance will suffer.
Create my terrorist coin on Binance, and they've got no control over.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a joke either, right?
I know, right?
Anytime that there is a whiff of funds being used to finance terrorism, like the U.S. government is just gonna jump on you instantly.
Well, they can. They still have control. I'm sure they can fork it or roll back or something, right? Just like what they did with MakerDAO, was it?
Yeah. Oh well, that was you mean the original version of
that was
MakerDAO
them,
years ago?
They did that.
Yeah. I think that the way that a lot of these food coins, so I'm just gonna use Raf Padilla's word here. A lot of these food coins are making it so that there is less and less centralized control, and it is more and more the community working together, and that is why the governance tokens are a big deal. If you buy the governance tokens, your proportion, your vote for the direction that the project will take is proportionate to how much of the governance tokens you own. And that's why Wi-Fi is so expensive right now, because people genuinely believe that if I own even 0.1% of the Wi-Fi governance token supply, then my vote will matter. I will be able to make decisions help make decisions about where this project should go. So it's kind of a little democratic. It is very democratic. That's what they're trying to go for. I couldn't tell you if it's gonna work though. I think it's very young. We don't really know yet, but
that's completely BS according to Siancoin, right? It should all rest on one person.
Yeah. Then we can all be peso billionaires then. We'll just make our own coin and control the supply 100%.
Yeah, that's true.
Life's easy.
Wow. There you go. Yep.
But this interesting about the Binance Smart Chain is that it makes me wonder what network effects Ethereum is able to capture if people can just make a copy of the chain and then move over. I guess, is the network effect like the same network effect that AWS has?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Binance has a huge reach out there, a lot of users that trust them. So, and if there's a way to make money, by trading, or they're going to be involved.
Right.
People want to be involved to trade and make money. The Binance chain stuff, it looks a bit like Tron, like you copied, like proof of staking, where you put money in, you get rewards and so on. Another interesting technology, but I still, one of my problems is right now creating tokens on Ethereum is super expensive. So I'm interested in things like this because it's just something that you can use, that people trust, that is decentralized enough where you can create something of value that people value. And but if if there's any kind of centralization, or they can stop it or something, that's a problem.
In the chat, John Bao is saying, can't wait for Tinafai. I assume that's like Tinapay. So in which case, rock on. Good pun. I hope that someone, given how easy it is to launch these projects, I'm sure that someone will eventually make that.
Centralized, decentralized finance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's. I have no idea what that even means, but it sounds like that's where we're going. Yeah.
That one about one-click crypto banking. Whenever I hear crypto banking, all I remember is crypto capital. So it's
Why don't you, for the people in the chat who don't remember Crypto Capital, do you want to like do a quick just summary of what that is?
so crypto capital a few years back was probably the main crypto bank, I want to say, that serviced a lot of people who had trouble getting their funds into a exchange, right? So crypto capital was based in Panama, and they quickly got all the exchanges an account there. And then, so if you open an account as an individual, and anybody from around the world can open an account there, very much like a bank. It was easy to withdraw your fiat funds to and from the exchanges. And you could do it in multiple currencies. Anyway, long story short, Bitfinex was also involved with crypto capital. And over maybe a span of few months, 800 million to a billion, I think, went missing. New York USD, right? So big money. American regulators stepped in, froze everything. Now there's a manhunt for all of the top brass, and they're all still missing, to my understanding. So, crypto banking.
So I guess that
like
is
the usual Gox, Cryptsy. Now this one, they're all the same.
with crypto capital specifically. They were very much the bones of a traditional bank. They were actually what you call a private bank. That's the
regulated by who?
At the time they were it was a Panama-based business, but they were a sub bank of Bank of Poland when they started. But I think that's changed. That changed a lot over the next couple of years because they had to keep moving because various regulatory problems and stuff like that.
But this is why I was asking where Binance is actually regulated. I wouldn't say the criminal. The Binance is a good company, but they could turn out in the future where they disappear with funds because of a change of management or whatever. Where are they actually regulated? Who regulates them?
If I get Colin Goltra on the show next week, are you going to try to interrogate him, Mark?
Absolutely, yeah.
It's a secret.
Okay. That sounds like fun. Maybe we should do that. Okay. How about this? Let me see if I can convince Colin to jump on the show for like an hour. Primarily so that you can interrogate him about
his English is better than mine, so he'll rip me to pieces probably. Yeah.
Okay, no, but this sounds fun. Like I mean, I've been trying to look for a reason to invite Colin onto the show anyway, and I think that Binance is also doing some interesting things. Binance Smart Chain and all of that other stuff. So this would be a pretty fun conversation.
More transparency, where they're regulated, who makes sure they're accountable. I don't know. I can't figure it out. I haven't looked hard for it, but why do you think Colin can explain it?
Because he works for Binance?
I didn't know that.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. Yeah, maybe I should have given some context there. So Colin Goltra is the country manager of Binance Philippines. So
Miko?
Miko is kind of on the marketing side, right? So
okay. Right.
And Colin is more kind of, I guess, high level strategy. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Now we have a good reason. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. JX in the chat is agreeing with us. +1 for Colin Goltra. Okay. Cool. Let's do it. Let's see if I can convince him. One other comment from JX also. These DeFi things stuff happens so fast. People are able to jump across projects faster than regulation can catch up. Also does good in stress testing the ETH network. I think we already know what the maximum that the ETH network can do. It hit that during the Crypto Kitties days, right? Like that was like 2 years ago or something. And now we're just seeing
more reason for a sidechain. We need good sidechains that allow the assets to move across, do some good, and then come back. Still looking for a good sidechain right now. That's a discussion we had with on the devs.
Right.
The Asia devs.
Right. Okay. Last bit of news. This one is
Hey.
kind of very dear to my heart. So some of our closest friends in the region are the folks that are running the Bitcoin Association of Hong Kong. No, so these are folks like the Genesis Block crew from this is longtime friends of the company. We're constantly trading with them still, and they got together they put their money together and they bought out a whole bunch of advertising space all across Hong Kong. And this is so cool. Like when I saw these images, I was so impressed by what they did. So they basically took the advertising space on the bus stop in front of HSBC, the HSBC headquarters in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
And they had signs like "Be your own bank." This one here on the bottom right. More US dollars have been printed in 2020 than were in existence in 2009. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin.
There's the third billboard.
What's
The
the
third
third
billboard on the right is a disclaimer about the volatility in Bitcoin. Like the whole billboard.
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
Hey, we're honest, right?
Yeah, we have to be honest about that.
Yeah, you gotta let these people know, right? Just don't
Right,
jump
right,
into it.
I just like the fact it's right in front of HSBC.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's so impressive. Like, it's very strategic. Like, and it's mostly they did it for the Instagram, right? So you could take a photo of the HSBC logo right in front of the Bitcoin ads. And I just thought it was really cool. Like, this is the kind of thing that there's they say this often. During a bull market, Bitcoin always tends to be outperformed by altcoins. And the reason why altcoins perform better is because altcoins have foundations, they have organizations that are working together to push the marketing, push the promotion of these coins. So like things like Tron or things like or EOS or whatever, they have a centralized control for how they spend on marketing. Bitcoin doesn't really have that. It's kind of everyone does his own thing. So I really like it when kind of an organization like Bitcoin Association of Hong Kong can put their money where their mouth is, right? And actually like do this thing. And I love doing that. I wish we could actually be in Hong Kong and ride that the Bitcoin lorry, right? That's pretty cool.
Why don't you do it in the Philippines then when you're able? A Bloom Bitcoin bus.
A jeepney? Bitcoin
jeepney, yeah, absolutely.
There was a Bitcoin jeepney.
Wasn't it Bitcoin Cash though?
I think
that was a
Bitcoin Cash.
That was Bitcoin Cash. Yeah.
That's why you gotta hold on. You gotta hodl your Bitcoin Cash.
I like this. Raphael's comment about but also be ready for your own bank heist.
Right. That's true. That's true. Do you think that it would be worth it to do a campaign like this in the Philippines?
Who benefit you as long as you do a Bitcoin and Bloom, then that's your get some advertising.
Well, I think the cool thing about this is that it really looks grassroots, right? There's no company logo behind it.
Yeah.
But
what do you still
that's what makes it cool.
Yeah, but who pays for it? Who pays for the?
Yeah, so that's what's so interesting about this, because if you normally you would expect the logo of one of those companies, right? But it's not. There's no logo anywhere. It's just Bitcoin, and I assume that it was a. So the Bitcoin Association is it survives through donations, and I can guess who the companies were that donated money to it. But it's really interesting that they never put any logos anywhere, which makes it
this will benefit your company if something like this happens, even if you don't have your own on it, because people know Bloom's one of the major companies. So you could pay for it and not even have your own logo, and you still get business from it. So whatever.
Do you think? Yeah. So I don't know if Bloom can afford like an entire bus. How about like a trike or?
Jeepney, just do a yellow jeepney.
E-jeepney.
E-jeepney. Those are smaller. Yeah.
If you want to do it, I'll help you. Yeah, it'll be fun.
What about the helmets of the motorcycle riders? Just the helmets.
Oh, that'd be great.
You don't even have. Yeah, right. So you don't even have to
very
do like
good.
the entire trike, just the helmet. I don't know. Like, okay.
It's all for Ancast. Change the blue to yellow and put a Bitcoin logo on it.
That sounds like fun, right?
Yeah. No, if you want to do an e-jeepney like this, find out how much it costs. I'll go in with you.
Where do the e-jeepneys actually run, by the way?
Makati.
Is it
the
just
I don't know
inside
if they're running right now.
Nothing's running
okay.
right now.
All right, okay.
Next year.
Next
When
one.
Bitcoin's $500,000, you know.
Perfect.
I mean, if Bitcoin is $500,000, I could probably afford it then. But yeah, okay. All right, that's pretty cool. Any thoughts from back of Angkas drivers? Yeah, okay, that's a good one. Yeah, I guess I think you might have already said that. So yeah, you could put it on the back of Angkas drivers. Right. That's cool. Any other thoughts, guys, about what else we can do to promote this
Bitcoin.
stuff?
I think it's how many people we got here? We got 36 people on right now. It's a small
42.
part of the education that's needed in the Philippines if you want to get more people using Bitcoin. Unfortunately, you got good news that comes out, and then mostly not bad news, but scam news that are associated with Bitcoin. That's what makes the news. That's sensationalized. I don't know if that's a good thing, because still, when you talk to people that don't know too much about Bitcoin, you mention it, oh yeah, that's a scam thing, or it's an investment thing that, like a network thing or whatever. They don't fully understand it.
But that was way more common response in 2017, but today
now
I don't know. Like, people sense there's something wrong. Like the ads say, like all the money being printed.
Do they really understand it? I mean, if you're educated, then
no. I wouldn't say understand, but there is like something different now, I think.
You can just point him to XianCoin and say, look, he can print his own money.
Yeah. But although you're right, like there's still some people who have the same questions that were raised in 2017. I think they're less, but like, the stuff leadership says, right?
Are more people going to want to buy a little bit of Bitcoin for their future? But right now it's kind of difficult because they're just struggling in the Philippines.
Yeah.
But, is the Filipino peso going to... It's not quite the same as the US dollar. If you want to hedge your money, do you keep it in pesos, or do you put a bit in Bitcoin and keep it to the side?
Oh, well.
I mean, I think that's how you would make that recommendation, right? Like a little bit of your money in Bitcoin.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Just Tracy, did you have thoughts on this?
Yeah, I was going to say, what do you think about the murals there at BGC?
Murals?
The murals? What about them?
Yeah. There are murals, paintings.
Yeah.
Bitcoin one.
Oh, have a really big Bitcoin one.
Oh, mural. Where?
Oh, it's like the person in Paris, I think, that makes cool Bitcoin street art. Forgot his name.
Yeah.
Just paint the whole side of Globe. The whole building at Globe and BGC. Just paint the whole building. Yeah. Do it one night. Go in there with a spray can.
I think that's illegal.
I think so. Well, everybody just got to end up paying for it. So where can you put a Bitcoin logo huge where it doesn't cost you any money?
I think Tracy meant to pay for it, right? Is that what you meant, Tracy?
Yeah.
Oh, I like the idea.
There are murals in BGC that.
Yeah. No, there are.
There are. Yeah. So they're expensive.
Find a way to advertise, to put that logo out there without paying for it.
I believe the leases on those things are minimum 5 years.
Wow.
Oh. Well, Bitcoin is a long-term investment. So
okay.
Well, do you remember all those Y signs in BGC?
Yeah.
On the street.
Yeah, I still see those.
There you go.
Yeah, but those are
have
tiny,
a million
right?
of those.
Have
a million.
Small, right? Yeah.
You know what?
So those are stenciled on the sidewalks.
You can do a combination of QR code and Bitcoin logos and put them all over the place, like for geocaching. I mean, it's something I was doing with a game that I created, Tag Wild, and we're putting those stickers around. But as fast as I put them up there, people were taking them off. They're very, the guards, the security guards, they like to, clean up the area. But you could do something like that. It's a campaign, grassroots, have lots of people, give out all the stickers and get them to plaster them. And when you scan it, then you don't get free Bitcoin, but maybe you get a chance to win some, I don't know, something.
It would be interesting to see how quickly people would be able to take the Bitcoin if you made a sticker of the private key of a wallet.
Well, it's a challenge. That would take long.
Yeah, not very long. In the chat, Bri Ledesma is saying we should hire Liza Soberano to promote Bitcoin and other crypto stuff. She didn't do that well promoting PLDT or Converge or whatever it was, right? I mean, that was not I don't think she had a good week either. But yeah, celebrities, I don't know.
Well, they do. They in the States, the celebrities tend to back, scam coins or rather not, but other coins, and then they get into trouble for it as well. But in terms of Bitcoin, some part of the education should be that you don't want to use Bitcoin for payments. You want to use Bitcoins for saving, for investment. So that's a message we should put across.
Well, I think, there's some people I follow on Twitter who are like, by just on their own, like, volition, like Bitcoin believers, and they're like, NFL football players and stuff. If we could find a artista, right, an artist, a popular person who's just like, yay sound money, yay Bitcoin, that would be someone easy to.
Anyone?
Don't
you know anyone?
I'm putting it out there. Maybe somebody in the comments.
I'm famous, but I'm not an artista.
Well, yeah, that's the other half that's missing. Yeah.
I can't do anything about that. No.
I think someone in the likes of not artista but Bo Sanchez.
Bo Sanchez.
You know him?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Why did you think of Bo Sanchez? Just out of curiosity.
He's a pastor and he's he also teaches stock market. So
I didn't realize that he taught about the stock market.
Yes.
Yeah, he's massively financial.
I didn't know that.
But he's very
very spiritual.
I know sponsored now. Like he gets a lot of kind of the traditional kind of asset or investment vehicles. Not I want to say paid, but like he's got a kind of a bit of a direction with what he preaches, so to speak, right? So it's but I like what Mark's saying. It's kind of like converting one of these people, but they have to come to know it themselves. And when they do, like get the bug like we do, then we don't even have to push them at all. They're talking about it all the time.
I'm surprised they're not already doing that. If it's a store of investment, they want to put their money in a safe.
Here's the thing: they're already wealthy, right? So they're not really looking for more stores of wealth.
Bitcoin as well. I mean, I was converted very early on.
Yeah. So I mean, the initial impetus that we're asking everybody to join because you've got a better chance of saving and becoming financially free.
Yeah.
That's not something that is particularly super attractive to somebody who is already wealthy and has a.
What do you think, guys? Is Chris Aquino a good target for this?
The whole yellow thing? Yeah.
Chris was like the #1 taxpayer 5 years in a row.
Really?
I only take issue with the fact that it's not yellow. The Bitcoin logo is orange. Very different. Yeah. It's not yellow. Okay. Some other suggestions.
But I know who Mon's referring to, that NFL player who just constantly tweets about Bitcoin and
Russell.
Yeah, and he like really, really great stuff. And nobody's paying him. He's just one of these guys who has a following and talks about Bitcoin a lot.
Yeah.
Really organic.
Henry James Banayat is saying, so he's agreeing with you, Tracy, Bo Sanchez. And then he's actually saying two other people that Bloom knows, Armand Benko and Francisco Colaiko. So that's Topax Colaiko. Topax is a good friend of the company. He has been into Bitcoin for, the past 5 years. He's been teaching it to his audience, mostly OFWs in Hong Kong and Singapore. So yeah, I think that those are all great ideas. And this would be kind of a really fun little project if we could build this campaign slowly while we're talking on the show with the audience. And just kind of like, throwing around ideas and stuff. Yeah. I'm also a fan, Tracy, of your idea of having the graffiti wall, but I think we will have to pay for that. So the question is, like, is it something that we would be able to afford somehow? But But I like that idea mostly because
Mark's there.
I'd really like to see that in my neighborhood. That would be pretty cool. Here's the compromise. If not BGC, how about Poblacion? Smaller wall.
That's
A
cool.
little
Smaller
bit more
walls.
realistic. More realistic that we could afford that, right? Like if
And there are
Poblacion,
a lot of artists, living
Yeah,
there too. Just hire them.
yeah. If Poblacion survives COVID, then hopefully, maybe we can buy a wall there or lease a wall there, and put some graffiti. That would be
And then
pretty
put
fun.
a little bloom at the bottom, or maybe a Takash and a bloom, just at the bottom, very small.
Okay, it would have to be very small. But yeah, I mean, honestly, like I would enjoy just seeing something like that. Like I would like just walking past something like that in Poblacion and seeing that big ass Bitcoin logo. That would be pretty cool. Not to mention that we get a lot of social media out of that. So yeah.
The Raphael posted about Bitcoin being an investment or a savings technology, but if you're obviously going to promote something, you've got as an investment, and you have an SEC problem. But really, what's the difference? If you want to save for 10 years and you end up with three times your value, then it's investment, right? It's both saving and investment.
I'm not.
Yeah, I think that's how I use it also. But I wonder if Raphael
From a legal perspective, maybe.
Yeah, maybe from a legal perspective. But I've also heard of this other perspective. Like if you're putting money into something and you're getting returns, then that's an investment.
Yeah.
But if you're putting into something and it's not, and it doesn't generate returns, then it's not.
Well, it might
investment.
generate returns in 1 year. If you buy it low and you sell it for twice the price a year later, isn't that?
Yeah, I agree. I still use the term investment that way, but I'm just telling you, I've read that definition before.
Okay.
Like, if it doesn't generate income, then it's not an investment.
What's more attractive to Filipinos? Is it investment or savings? What do they?
I think I can guess based on how much money Siancoin was able to raise.
Thank you.
I think I can guess. Yeah.
So-
In the chat, Ping Mendoza is saying there's a Bitcoin logo along Edson near Guadalupe. Yeah, that's actually one of ours, Ping. That's if you go into that building, I don't actually know if it's open, by the way, right now, because I'm not sure what the lockdown situation is there. But if you go inside that building and if you bought Bitcoin or sold Bitcoin there, that's actually a Bloom powered location. So if you ever find yourself looking for a place to exchange Bitcoin for cash.
I love this. Put
someone
ads
else,
near the center.
NBA player. I don't know anything about this, Justin, but Spencer Dinwiddie.
Dinwiddie. Yeah. I heard him not as much. He doesn't tweet as much as the NFL player, but I did hear. Yeah, he was also a big crypto guy.
Okay. What team does he play for?
He was actually saying how, he was even going even further. The fact that all these like you can do these things right now because all these of course these rich athletes still want to make money while they're in lockdown, where you pay a little bit of money and they greet your friend happy birthday or something like that. And if you get like somebody like I think there's somebody really famous there and do a birthday greeting for about $1,000, 10 seconds, and then people review it and that sort of stuff. So Spencer is one of those guys who said, why isn't this more like a tokenized thing and a sort of paid through Bitcoin? Yeah, and he was going further into it. There are those athletes. It's funny how in that setting you do have these kind of more wealthy individuals who are still very, very interested in proliferating their wealth, their income, right? Whereas I think here in the Philippines, it's a little bit different. Well, more kind of traditional and not looking for as much other things to do.
Exposure.
The Brooklyn Nets is tokenizing his contract in IP on merchandise. Wow. You can tokenize their contract? Wow, that's pretty interesting.
I wonder what
so
you do
you
with
could
that.
own, if you bought that token, you would own a part of his contract with the Brooklyn Nets.
He's not exactly a bum either. Like he's pretty good.
David Bowie do something like this where he sold shares of like his future
albums?
earnings?
Yeah. But this was before crypto. right?
Yeah. I'm not talking about crypto, but just doing it without.
What's the point of tokenizing a contract when it doesn't increase in value? Does it? Does a contract increase in value?
Yes. So they're typically
Okay.
3 to 5 years only. So if you do a really good, 3 to 5 years, your next contract's going to be massive.
Yeah, but you're not tokenizing the next contract.
Well, I
Or
guess
do
if
you
you're
flip
continuing it, I don't know.
For the
Maybe
next
maybe he's doing it like baseball cards. You get a slice of his contract for posterity or whatever, and no one else has got it.
So like here's an extreme example. Typically, an NBA rookie on his first year will make about $3.5 million on his first year, and then the maximum guys, I mean the LeBron James and those guys, they're making about in excess of 200 million over 5 years, right?
Yeah, so then you got
So you can
tokenize
get-
your life, not just one contract.
Oh yeah, like I guess there'd be something there that says,
A perpetual-
in
a perpetual
perpetuity. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
maybe I should tokenize myself because in my future value will increase. Yeah.
So the whole personality coins, that's the term for that is personality coins.
Yeah, like Fanny Packet.
That's been happening a lot recently, actually. So it is possible. Yeah.
Has anyone bought any Manny Pacquiao coins?
I don't know where you would buy it. I don't it's certainly not on Binance. Let's just say that. But yes, so I don't know if you could convince Pacquiao to endorse Bitcoin because he's got his own crypto, right? He's got his own Bitcoin. And I'm, I don't mean to be disparaging about the guy, but I'm not sure he completely understands exactly what that thing
It was
is.
a promotional thing.
Yeah, it's just a
massively,
promotional thing.
yeah.
So,
It just
Yeah.
there was one particular company doing personality coins. So MGX, I can't remember now.
G-Cox. That's
Gcox,
that's
that's
it.
one, yeah.
G-
And
G-
because I met those guys and they were talking to different celebrities. I don't know if it's still ongoing or whether it was just like an ICO thing at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Attorney Ryan in the chat is saying, Mark Vernon, you can do that. Is talking about like launching your own personality coin. No one's stopping you. I agree. I mean,
But
I'm
is
not
that-
a lawyer, obviously.
That would be an
but-
investment, and I would have problem with SECs anywhere that I'd go. Yeah,
yeah. I
because you
guess.
say invest in me and get a return. That's a public launch of a of a token, and that's against the law, unless
maybe
Isn't
you could frame it like. Sorry, Tracy. Go ahead.
isn't that what Manny Pacquiao did?
as long as he doesn't mention the words, your price will increase. But the idea was you buy that and then you could buy fan.
Yeah. It was utility, yeah. So G-Cox was a utility token that allowed you to kind of see, I think, not private, but like certain. So he was
Watch
basically
their
videoed,
lives.
the whole, not the whole day, maybe 9 hours a day, and then if you paid tokens, you got to see him.
So
buy
it's like
things
Justin TV.
Yeah,
You have to buy his tokens.
Most people don't buy utility tokens because they could just use money for that. I'm pushing micropayment, which you can't do on cryptocurrency. You can do it with real money, but most people buy crypto because they think it's going to go up in value. Even if you can't mention that, that's why people do it. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is interesting.
Okay. So I can do it.
so,
I don't market it.
Attorney Ryan is saying just tokenizing yourself is not illegal. Just don't market it. So that's great. But because you just tokenize yourself, but then no one buys it, right? So people still need to buy it. What if? So just I realize this is not legal advice, attorneys. There are a couple of attorneys in the chat. What if Mark tokenizes himself and then Bloom markets it?
Then
is any of that illegal?
You'd be in trouble. You'd be in trouble for marketing without a license. There's no ways around it. The SEC have got it kind of sewn up around the world, not just the Philippines. It's anywhere in the world, especially in the US. So you can't do that.
Okay, all right. Okay, fine.
I would have done it. I would have done it already otherwise.
No to Xian, yes to Pacquiao.
No, not really.
I don't know, man. I'm not convinced. Yeah.
Are those their only options?
It's kind of sad. That's it. That's pretty sad. That's our only options. Not super into either choice, but I guess if it forced me to.
I'm going to go back to micropayments. If you're going to pay small amounts for whatever you want to buy, whether it's fan gear, whether it's consumption of X videos like certain people consume, but the per minute consumption of content. That you can't do it with crypto. That was an original idea I had with crypto. You can't because the fees are very high.
Yeah,
usually.
not on chain.
Not on chain. So the only way you can do it is off chain, and really you might as well just use real money for that, not crypto.
Right. No, that's correct. Yep.
Well, I mean, except that who people would rather not use quote unquote real money, which means plastic cards for X videos, right? I mean, and then there are a lot of other use cases where you don't want to use real money.
If you're going to use Bitcoin, that can be traced eventually. So you're going to end up using privacy coins.
Okay. All right. Well, it's nice that we eventually ended up with an X videos conversation again. Like we just can't avoid it. Jeez.
That will pre-draft.
So we are getting some legal advice here. Bloom will be considered a promoter whose liability will just be the same with the issuer of the Mark token.
That's what I said. It'd be the same.
Okay. All right. Okay. So we won't do it. We will not market the Mark coin. However, if we talk about it on every episode, we will just tell people not to buy it. That apparently worked for Siancoin. Like
any publicity is good publicity,
and it still worked. Yeah, he was telling them not to buy it because he was a
scammer.
scammer.
Lots of people that Forsage was a scam. It didn't stop people buying it.
Yep, that's true. Well, I mean, that's mostly because they don't listen to me. So yeah. Okay. All right. We're coming up to the end of the show, guys. Do we have any other stuff that I want to mention here? Okay, so anyway, let's keep that conversation going though, Tracy. I think that if we ever do something, I really want to do something where we actually actively promote Bitcoin somehow with a tangible marketing campaign. Doesn't have to be this year, could be sometime next year when the price is a little better. But I'd love to just keep discussing that with this group and also with the people in the chat.
Sure.
Because so my vote is Poblacion. Doesn't have to be there necessarily, but I kind of like it because it's a little bit more hip, I guess. See, I already told everyone that they're not supposed to buy or promote Mark coin, but you've already got one person who's interested in it. So
that's a start.
I guess.
Oh yeah. This person's interesting.
I should never mention.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get in trouble, I'm gonna get in trouble before you even do it.
Okay, all right. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Thank you so much for watching, everyone.
I'm in the Facebook list, so I want to win.
No, you're not. You can't win.
Okay,
here we go. All right. Let me see if my drum roll actually works this time. Here we go. Let me set this stuff up. Oh,
wow.
Okay. Technology. Oh, Jan, this is the second time you've won, but not in the last 2 months, I think. Congratulations again. We're only going to do 2 winners, by the way. Oh, no, there's one other. Look at this. So one other comment here. So Aldrin Rabino is also saying, I'm in with Mark Coin.
Stop it. I'm not going to do
it. You've got 2 buyers already. Now you really have to do it.
No chance. No chance.
Okay, all right. So we'll see. Hopefully by next week, Mark will have his own Mark Swap DeFi exchange.
That might be something else. Yeah, I might do that.
Yeah.
Next one.
Second winner. Here we go. HJ Galang, congratulations. So, okay, Jan and HJ are both frequent viewers of the show. So congratulations for winning. I believe this is both your second times to win, respectively. So I think that after this, you have to start giving way to other viewers to make sure that everyone has a shot at this. So people like Mark Vernon cannot win the prize, but that would go without saying.
No, it means I've got some luck.
Yeah, that's true. You've never won. I mean, Israel, our co-founder Israel has won twice, and he doesn't even watch the show sometimes.
He makes one comment. He makes one comment and he wins.
Yeah, he just goes hi po, and that's it. Okay. So thanks so much for watching this week.
I thought.
Yeah. We're only doing 2. We're only doing 2 because we're doing $20. We're doing $20 giveaways this week. Okay. So thanks everyone for watching so much. It was an interesting show yet again. Tracy, where can people find more of you and your organizations? It doesn't have to just be Block Devs. Maybe you're working on some other stuff that you want to promote also.
Well, for now, I would like to promote Block Devs because we're doing a talk show, which is going. The second episode will be on September 24th, and they can find us on Facebook, which is Facebook/Block Devs Asia, and also join our Telegram group as well. And shout out to my co-founders, Attorney Raf Padilla and also Chris and Caspar.
Tracy, how do people find the Telegram group? I'm trying to find the.
Let me check.
Is there like a shortcut or something? I guess you just search Block Devs Asia,
Yeah,
no?
Block
Like,
Devs.
would they be able to
Just
find it?
Search Block Devs Asia.
Okay,
And then,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Block Devs Asia Telegram group, guys, if you want to be around like real professional blockchain developers and you have questions about how this stuff works, I got to watch their meetup a few days ago, and it is certainly deep technology discussions, pretty fun. I have to admit, some of it actually were like a lot of it was new to me, so it was pretty cool to listen to their conversations. So check them out. I guess your next show is gonna be a week from now, Tracy.
Yes, September
Okay.
24.
Okay, September 24. Oh, that's my sister's birthday. Okay,
Oh,
so
happy
September 24. That's 6 p.m. Is that
PM.
right? 5 p.m. Sorry, 5 p.m. September 24. That's when they're gonna be doing it again. So check that out. Mark Vernon from
No.
Lithuania. Where can people find more of
Everyone
you?
wonders what I'm doing here. I'm getting my European banking license, EMI license, so we can help Filipinos send money back from Europe. So if anyone wants to talk about sending money back, doing anything to do with money flowing between the countries, nothing to do with crypto. Crypto is tag bond, money is tag cash. I'm learning to separate the two because central banks really don't like crypto or
Nice.
mentioning it. So
Okay.
as usual, you can talk to me on Telegram at Mark Vernon.
Okay. Thanks so much, Mark. Ramon Tayag, do you want to take us out?
Yeah, sure. Come see more about Bloom at bloom.solutions. We're on Binance, P2P, and also Paxful. That's it. Thanks you.
So much. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. We'll be back next week. It's going to be our 25th episode.
Wow.
So I'm really going to have to think about what the giveaway should be this time. I know that many episodes ago, I actually promised that we would give away a Ledger Nano S on our 25th episode. And I said that because I wasn't expecting we'd actually make it to our 25th episode. But we actually do have one. We have one here that has been unopened. I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, if I give that away, is it gonna seem weird? Because we'd have to give it to a Grab Express or whatever and deliver it to someone's house.
How much is it worth? How much is it worth? $100, huh?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's about $100.
It's not
I
doing
think-
anything. Give it away.
I think that would be a good chance to also talk about hardware wallets or multi-sig.
Yep.
That
Okay.
episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All
I'd
right.
like to talk more on that.
So, all right. So let's do it on the 25th episode. Well, now I really can't take it back because you already announced it. So, okay. So I guess next week on our 25th episode, we are going to give away a Ledger Nano S. So we'll do the same thing. We'll just do a viewer raffle, but we've only got one, guys. We've only got one. So please don't expect that we will have multiple devices to give away. Henry James Banayat is asking, can we sponsor a giveaway? Message me. Yeah, message us. Message us afterwards. Let us know
I've
what
tried.
you have
It's
in
really
mind.
hard. I've tried.
Mark, you already get to speak about whatever you're working on for free.
Yeah.
Why would you need to? You don't really even need to sponsor.
I
the
like
show.
giving money away for free sometimes.
All right. Okay. You can always just cut us a check anytime you want. That is, we're happy to take that.
You're already rich.
Yeah.
Not that much.
Yeah. Raf,
Okay.
Raf, we'll put Bitcoin in the Ledger Nano. We'll just include the seed that we used there. So just use the same
nice.
seed. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell you
yeah.
what. I'll add to it, and I'll add $50 worth of Bitcoin in that wallet. Okay.
Nice.
All right.
Oh, that's interesting. Got several thousands from the new BitShares hard fork. I didn't even realize that BitShares was hard forking. Okay.
Wow.
Tell Henry James, message me afterwards. Tell me about that. If there's something that's worth discussing there, maybe we might talk about it in a future show. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll be back next week with a free Ledger Nano S to give away. So please watch. We'll
with,
see you again.
with $50 worth of Bitcoin on it. I'll donate that. Okay.
Oh, thank you, Mark. There you go. All right. Oh, geez, like this is a very valuable giveaway now.
Yeah. Wait. We're not going to open the ledger and load it up because that's not going to be secure. So, after they set it up, you can send Bitcoin.
Yeah. So this will force the person who wins to actually set up the Ledger Nano.
Yeah,
they can't just hold on to it. Okay.
And you can explain how to do that on the show. So.
Got it. Okay. How do we do that? But okay. All right. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Okay. Thanks so much, everyone. Good night, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.